The Ravens are now on the clock.
Kick off your week by installing your game plan. An offensive and defensive game plan has been each week you can focus train 3 players for extra experience. Kick your season off by starting your first game. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Bills going up against the Ravens. With that, time to get up to Baltimore, Maryland, as I'm pleased to introduce our new broadcast team for 2016. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, for Madden, it's a new broadcast team. For the Ravens, it's natural grass on the field. That's what's different here as we welcome you inside M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And partner, the Bills coming off a 500 season at 8-8. The Ravens, a season they'd like to forget, 5-11 last year.
That's not Ravens football, and they want to get back to playing at the level that they're used to, which is playoff caliber. What their head coach John Harbaugh said last year was like a cannonball to the gut. Then you flip it over to Buffalo. They haven't been to the playoffs since 1999. 8-8 last year. They're ready to push for a playoff berth.
This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And they'll be led out by the NFL's most valuable player from 2015. It's Cam Newton.
There are a number of great quarterbacks in the NFL, but I have to believe that the prototype in terms of look has to be Cam Newton. That stature and frame, almost breathtaking when you see him in person. And now he's starting to put it all together with consistency in his game, throwing, running, leading.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. They find some open field here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the second-year star, this is Todd Gurley. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 44 yards. Well, partner, Gurley came on the scene in 2015 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. It's been all systems go from game one.
And they talked about easing him into the lineup, and that's really what they did. But once they got him in, they couldn't get him out. They had to feed him the ball more and more, and it's because of these types of runs. He just breaks defenses down with his power and his physicality.
And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, Newton. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down following the incompletion. On second and 10, Newton. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time. And it paid off on that play.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterback, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Here's Newton now on second down, finding time. And he fires one that's intercepted. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. Past the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. DeMarco Murray taking it in. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side, go for that pylon, get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team. Automatic first down.
On first down, Newton. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Carlos Dansby is a versatile linebacker, comfortable at either outside or inside, and always a respected team leader.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The one running back is Gurley. They fake the give. Newton. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Ravens a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Newton. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
4 yards remaining now on second down. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton surveying the field. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The 4-time Pro Bowler, Gerald McCoy, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Here's West. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's caught at the 3. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A lot of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Newton on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brett Selleck from 3 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. On the return, it's Jalen Marshall. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. They struggled that last drive. They were kind of hit two ways, both with the run and the pass.
And I love how you brought hit into it, because a lot of defense coordinators like to show a little cut-up film the night before a game. And they usually have some boxing in there, and it always shows the guy being the aggressor, the guy on his toes punching, not back on his heels taking punches, and that's where this defense was on the last possession.
They were on their heels. Will they be on their heels again? Let's see. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. On the left side, this is Stills. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Taylor, complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it's 1st down, Buffalo.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Three yards to go here on 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Taylor. His throw caught at about the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Taylor will throw again. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again, it's Taylor. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd and goal, Taylor. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Now Janikowski for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Now, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Ravens are on the bad end of things at home, but will have 2 quarters to turn it around. The Bills came in prepared for this game, and it shows in the way they've played. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Ravens have it at the 7. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Dansby's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. After the pick, offense comes out now. Murray's going to look for a gap, and this run goes for a touchdown. That takes the lead up to 7. Ravens take it at the 29 with plenty of pressure this half and another sack. This will go for a loss of 8. Ravens later on the drive, quick pass is complete, and he goes in for 6, closing the gap to just 1. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. The best defensive linemen, They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw
DeMarco Murray, kiss him goodbye. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DeMarco Murray, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bills will extend their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Janikowski on for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second down now after the pass completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Newton. They shakes him off, and they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jurrell Casey able to get him for a loss of about 3.
But Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean. They can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It's the former Patriot Pro Bowler, Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on 1st down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
They go play action now. Taylor He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he powers his way up past the 30. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up in a 3rd and 12 situation.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
To throw is Taylor. He's going to air one out. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrell Brown. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Surveying the field. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later. But I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
Throwing is Newton. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The one running back is Gurley. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 5. Another try on second down with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back to throw, Newton. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence Williams, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Cam looking to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And here come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They go with Murray again, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Allen Bailey in on the stop.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
From the gun on third down, it's Taylor. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Steve Weatherford now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. This will be taken at the 10. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. He'll look to throw. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Right side complete. That's Woods. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's back to throw. He's got time. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. To throw. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers at the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Following the touchdown, Josh Scobie now will kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeout.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing now is Taylor. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Taylor. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Baltimore, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.